I just watched your video from a year ago about something you were going through. Glad to see you're doing okay. You seem like an amazing person. You have like this light around you. Keep going. So I'm starting over. All right. The reason I read that first message was because it takes me back to some of the beginning videos that I made on this channel. A lot of you found me around that time, and at that point in time, as you would know, I was rock bottom, you could say, going through a very, very tough season in my life where a lot of things that were normal to me and um, I was going through, oh my goodness, I just started the video. I was going through a tough part of my life, man. I was going through a rough patch. I'll leave it at that. If you know, you know. But nonetheless, a lot of my videos at that time had to revolved around my relationship with God. A lot of videos included a message, a biblical, spiritual message in one way or another, whether it was something I was going through myself, revelation that I had, or me reciting specifically from the Bible. Um, I was in church twice a week. I was reading the Bible every day. I was praying every day. Uh, I was fellowshipping with mentors and friends, family members often. I was 10 toes deep, I guess you could say, in my walk, because I needed to be. I needed to be. Things were just too uncertain for me at that point in time. I had just gotten broken up with. I was struggling financially. Um, I had, I didn't really have anybody. Like I didn't have answers for really anything in my life. Um, so I was crippled at that point in time, and so God, I was seeking God because that was the foundation I was raised on, and that was like that was where I knew to run to. That was where I knew to run to. So that's where I ran to, and and he did just what he promises to do. He redirected me. He found me, took me in. Or I should say, he welcomed me. And he never lost me to begin with, but he welcomed me back and redirected me, and built me up again. Um, and as I began to gather my footing, and gain my composure back in life in general, I started working again. I started this business. I started to heal from the trauma of the failed relationship and all that stuff, and I'm posting videos all along the way and keeping you guys updated and sharing things, pretty much like journaling, like video journaling on this channel. Um, and yeah, just sharing my experience all along the way with you guys who care to listen and lend an ear, tap in. Um, whether you were going through something similar or whether you just, I don't know, found it entertaining to watch someone suffer it, or or I mean, whatever the case, whatever drew you to click on a video and sit through it and watch, and then come back and watch another one. You did just that, and uh, I appreciate it. But I read comments like the one I read at the beginning of this video, and someone someone mentions like the previous version of me, the past, where I was in relation to where I am now, and I see it. I see the growth. I see how far I've come. I see progress, but what I don't see is what got me here. I don't see as much of me posting like about God. And for one, it's because for those of you who I mean, there's people that know me in real life on this channel. There's people that have met me now after I've met some of my subscribers. I'll, I'll say it like that. I've met some of my subs. Um, so for those of you who know me, I'm very in touch with my emotions. I have an emotional aspect to me. So if you see me pause a lot in these videos, it's because I'm trying to not cry. Basically, that's what's happening. Like, I'm trying to not cry. I've cried in some of these videos. I've gotten very close to crying in other videos. But that's really what's happening. I'm a grown man. I don't need to be here crying on YouTube all the time. So that's really what's happening. But nonetheless, you don't see as much God in my recent videos, and not because he's not there at all. I'm just saying you don't see it as much. And that was something that I really pressed into in the beginning. But I haven't found myself doing that as much. And whether it's because I'm just not making that content or something that I know personally to be true, because I haven't been making him as much of a priority as I was at that point in time back then. For one, I mean, you guys see some of the vlogs I post on here for those of you who catch them. And, by nature of what I do for work, that's first and foremost, like that's majority of, I want to say the reason why, because that sounds like an excuse. There's always a way, but that's majority of the reason why. Because I work a lot. I work a lot, so I don't make it to church service as much as I would like to. Um, Someone trying to grow a business, someone trying to establish something for themselves. Um, it consumes a lot of my available time, and so that's one thing. Um, and then there are times where I have the flexibility to make it, and I just don't. I just don't. I used to listen to. I was actually earlier today doing something work related, and I was in my car, and I called my mom on the phone, and I'm like, "Mom, what was the name of that song that they play in church?" And I'm trying to explain it to her, and like the title sounds something like this, and she's on the phone, so we're on the phone, like trying to figure this out, and she ends up remembering the name of the song, so she tells me, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's it. Like, thank you so much." And then I put the song on, and I'm listening to it, but it kind of rung to me like this is a song I will listen to all the time. And then the church I go to is um like we worship to like Hebrew music. Like, so a lot of the songs we worship to like are strictly in Hebrew. Um or they've been like translated to English, but they have a Hebrew origin, Hebraic origin. And so it's not like mega churches out here where you go to and they have concerts and they're playing like Z88.3 songs and all this stuff. Like, no, that's not the case at all. Like, people come to my church for the first time and they'd be like, what in the world are we listening to? Like, how do I even worship to this? I've been going there since I was 10 years old, and I still be there sometimes. Like, bro, how do I worship to this? I mean, because it's that kind of church. It's a very small congregation, but it's very organic. It's very from the Bible. Um, so reel back in here. A song I will listen to all the time. It's an American song, and my church started to play it one day, and I was like, wow, like I really like this song, because the message behind the song is solid. It's Revelation song. I'll tag it in the description box of this video so you know what I'm talking about. But the fact that I couldn't remember the song just brought something to me. Like, dude, like you've been out of the loop. That you have been. How do you forget the name of this song? You will listen to it every single day, all day. Then church started playing it, and that was like the greatest thing ever. And I would go up to the front, I'd be up there worshiping, arms out, hands out, crying, like in front of the church, like because I really connected to the song, and then my church started playing it, and it's like, how do you forget the name of this song? Like, you need to dial in. You know what I mean? So it was like an eye opener for me. Like man, how you forget how you got here? Like, yeah, life is better. Life is better. Things are progressing. You know what I mean? You're healing. You've been healed. Um, how you forget how you got here? I got a community now that I can post a video and rant about whatever in my life, tell whatever random story. I mean, vlog about whatever I'm doing with my day, or get on here and just get emotional and just talk about whatever. Like, and there's a community of people that receive me and kind of can't wait for me to post and like interact and show love and all this stuff. Like, yeah, you've garnered all this. Like, all this is grown. This is great. This is fantastic. But how you forget how you got here? You forget how you got here? Like, that's how I be. That's how I was thinking to myself. And so this is me holding myself accountable, basically. This is me holding myself accountable. This is what accountability looks like, right in front of your eyes. Um, I'm not saying so much that my content has to be centered around God or the Bible because I made that sort of content in the beginning. I'm not saying that specifically, but the reason it hasn't been centered around that or hasn't included. Noah, please. The reason it hasn't included as much of that is because my life hasn't included as much of that. Um, so I'm starting over in the sense of at the end of this month, my lease ends and I move to a new place. Um, and this channel kind of really started when I moved in here. And I had plans when I moved in here to like better myself, grow closer to God, heal. I wanted to meet, you know, my my future wife eventually. Hopefully by the time I was still living here, which is crazy because I had anyways, I wanted to meet my future wife and all that stuff and you know, experience this place with her because it's a pretty cool apartment I'm in. I mean, you can see my bedroom. Like this is, I mean, this freaking window right here. Like, that's, I think that's pretty cool. Some of you have seen my living room and stuff like that. It's a dope environment that I'm in. And I was like, man, you know, this is a chance for me to restart and figure things out and like new beginnings kind of thing. And it has been. Don't get me wrong, it has been. But I think I lost that juice a little bit. Things have still been going well, but like at the core, the crux, God, I think I lost sight of that a little bit. If I'm being honest, if I'm being completely honest. Um, so I'm starting over. When I move into my new place, um, I plan to do things a little bit differently, stay a lot more disciplined, uh, and whether that's reflected on the channel, you know, directly or not is one thing that is to be determined, but indirectly it will 100% will because the way I carry myself, the way I speak, the messages that I share, the videos that I post will reflect just that. Um, as far as the man that I present myself to be. Um, so yeah, that's basically like I'm starting over, bro. I plan to start over. I plan to really push myself in a way that I did since living here, but even more so. And by pushing myself, really what I'm doing is opening myself up and allowing God in and allowing him to just lead me and take me where he needs me to go. I think it's a beautiful thing when I get a email or a Snapchat from someone and they just tell me so much how they've connected and found harmony in a video or two of mine I sat down to watch one video and binge watched everything, and oh my gosh, I can't tell you how thankful I am, and da da da. Like it's a beautiful thing, man. That is beautiful. And I want anyone who comes here to be able to say just that, because we all need redirection at times. We all need something to relate to. We all need a friend. We all need a shoulder to cry on at times. Like we all need that, man. And I think that was very prevalent in my beginning videos. And again, it still is now, but it's just different, and it's not as much. It's in a different way. I mean, if you just watch, you'll see what I'm saying. I'm still me, but what got me here isn't as prevalent. Hasn't been as prevalent. So, and that's not just on the channel, but in my personal walk, in my personal life as well. And I can own up to that. I can admit that. So if you also fit this description and you relate at all, if God has brought you from a dark place into a better place, and you kind of, okay, thank you, I appreciate it, and kept on about your business afterwards, like, recognize that. Like, I mean, thank goodness that God doesn't need me to fulfill his mission. Thankfully, he doesn't need me. I'm not a crucial piece to the puzzle, like, because he wouldn't be able to complete it because I'm human. I'm human. Selfish at times. But I'm here in front of you because I'm admitting to I'm willing to do better, and I'm going to do better. And I want you to be there with me. That's all I got for this one. I love you. I appreciate you.